girl Becca, and today I have a special announcement. We hit 10K. I couldn't keep it in. We hit 10K. And I just want to say thank y'all so much for subscribing to my channel, for rocking with your girl. And if you are new here, don't forget to hit that like button. Of course, don't forget to subscribe so you do not miss out when I post. In today's video, we are going to be doing this hairstyle, but first, your girl gotta pop a bottle, okay? I mean, I know it's wine, but she does her thing, okay? A little Pinot ain't never hurt nobody. I hope that you all will raise a glass with me, or some juice, whatever you got. Or water, you know. Cheers to 10K. Cheers to many more of you subscribing. Cheers to more supporters, more family, more love, more life. Thank you all so much. Cheers. Now it's time for a dance break.
Alright y'all, first things first, so I'm going to be using the Shark Hyper Air hair dryer. This is basically like a dupe to the Dyson hair dryer, and it comes with 2 attachments. Then we're using the Olaplex number 6. This is a leave-in, and I'm going to be using the Cornrow blow dry spray as my heat protectant, as well as Talia Waji apple seed oil after I'm done drying it, just to add some moisture back into my hair. And as you can see, I'm just putting a little bit of the leave-in from Olaplex in my hair, and I'm rubbing that through, making sure it's smoothed into my hair. Next, I'm just going to take the Cornrow blow dry spray and take a couple spritz onto my hair and smooth that in as possible. So going in first with the concentrated nozzle, I'm going to put it on. That's where it is, and the cool settings and as well as the fan settings are in the back. And I'm just going to do the tension method and stretch my hair first like this. And it doesn't even take long, y'all. I really love this blow dryer. And then next, I'm going to switch it to my next attachment, which is basically like a round brush kind of. And this is going to get my hair smoother. And if you see a little steam, you know, don't be alarmed. It's probably just my heat protectant because it is oil-based. So once the heat hits it, it's like, dang girl, are you cooking your hair? But no, I am not. So now I'm just gonna take that oil and just apply it over my hair and braid it and get it out the way, and repeat those same steps onto the rest of my sections. Now that I'm done, this is how my hair looks like with all the braids taken out. And y'all, not gonna lie, my hair grew a lot, okay? And it's feeling so thick and healthy. And now we're gonna get into these cornrows. So first, you're just gonna start with parting your hair in half, a nice straight line. Now, I did use a mirror for this. And next, I'm just going to use the Wild Growth Oil and moisturize my scalp, because remember, healthy scalp, healthy hair growth. For my first braid, it's just going to be behind the ear coming forward. It's going to be my side braid. And the hair that I'm going to be using is from Free Tress. This is their Clean Therapy 3X braiding hair in the color 1B. This is pre-cleansed with vinegar, I believe. And to get my hair for a cleaner look, you know, we gotta have the parts nice and clean. I'm going to be using the edge fixer, but of course you can use jam or anything else that you have. And now we're just going to begin placing that on the roots. Like I said, want these parts smooth and clean as possible. And then I'm just going to begin braiding that forward. Now, if you notice, I did not braid my hair all the way to the ends. I just stopped it once it was detached from my scalp, because we're going to be adding the extensions right here. Now, you can add it if your hair is more on the thinner side while you're braiding, but I ain't have time for all that. So I was just like, it's gonna be added right here. Now, I'm just gonna show you up close on how I attach the hair. It's really hard to explain, so I'm hoping my hand movements will kind of do the job for me. And if you're wondering why this braid look real strong and real tough, do not worry, I did redo it off camera, but I just wanted to show y'all how to attach the braid. I also wanted to mention that I did not braid this all the way to the end, because we're going to be adding something special to the style at the end, so make sure you stay tuned to watch that. For this next part, you want to make sure you part a nice size piece, and then we are going to be going at an angle, because that is how the style is supposed to be. Okay, so we want to have enough space so we can create a nice zigzag part. And of course, you're going to take that edge fixer, edge booster, jam, whatever you got, make that part clean, okay? We need it clean, okay? And so what I'm just doing is placing my product right now, and then we're going to begin braiding, okay? And I want to make sure that I pull out my edges before I do that, so just so I can have a little razzle dazzle for the braid, you know? And I do not want to pull my edges back into this braid because remember, we want healthy edges. When it comes to zigzag parting, what you're going to be doing is making just a lot of parts, basically. So this is going to be the first one. And then I believe in this zigzag, I have 4 parts I'm going to be doing, and you will see that. Now we're moving on to the second part, and this time you're going to braid it upward. So as you can see, I did not braid that first piece all the way to the ends because we're going to be connecting it to make our zigzag style. Now when you begin braiding upward, you want to make sure that you hold down the piece of the braid that's going to be curved upward, because then it will create a weird bulge if you do not. So you can either use one of your fingers to press down, or you can have someone else hold it down for you as you continue that braid. For your third part, you're going to be braiding downward, and of course braiding downward is so much easier than braiding upward, so this one is very easy. For the last and fourth part, remember you're going to be braiding upward again, and do not forget to hold down the part of the braid that curves upward so you do not have a bulge. Then you're just going to continue braiding the rest of the braid until you get to the end. Once again, you're going to take a piece of that extension hair and connect it to the end of the hair. Remember, you're not braiding your hair all the way down. You're just waiting until it's detached from your scalp to begin adding the extension hair. You want this to look as natural as possible. And again, if your hair is more on the thinner side, if you know somebody that could add the extension as you're doing your zigzag part, then go ahead. But me, I could not do it, so. For the next braid after the zigzag, it's just going to be a nice simple braid. You're going to part at an angle, like I said, that's how the style is. And you're just going to begin braiding all the way to the ends and add your extension. Nice and simple. Once you've completed that nice simple braid, you're going to begin making 2 more parts. Now this one is going to be a crossover, or crisscross as you would say. And so what I'm doing is just taking the part and splitting it in half on both sections, because one is going to connect to the other side as well as the other braid. As I begin this braid for the crisscross, I'm going to take this first braid and braid it across to the opposite side, and I'm going to do that for the same braid next to it, cross it on the other side. That is what's going to make the crisscross connection. As you can see here, this is where I made the crisscross connection by taking that one braid and overlapping it from the previous braid. Once again, once you've done completing the crisscross braids, you're just going to add the extensions to give it a little bit of length. And don't make it too thick either, because you want the ends to be thin enough to add what we're going to be doing to it at the end. For your last piece of this section, you're going to just split it into 2 braids going backwards. Nice and simple, and of course, add your extensions at the end. And this is what the first side of the hairstyle is looking like. So as I was beginning to part from my other side, y'all, I noticed that I grew another gray hair. And it's in the baby stages. You can tell. Look at me. I'm getting wise. I will not say old. I'm getting wise. And just for a little recap, I wanted to let you guys know again, once you are doing your zigzag, you want to make sure that you put your finger on the part of the braid that curves so you do not get a big bulge. Now that I'm done with my hair, I'm just going to begin oiling my scalp, because you know, after you get them fresh braids, you want that thing to be shining, 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 yeah. Hey, that's a little Beyonce for y'all, a little flavor. All right, so now, like I was saying, remember I was telling y'all we're going to be adding something special to the end. We are adding beads to this style because it can't give Alicia Keys without the beads. Ooh, that low-key rhymes. Okay, so what you're going to do is just place your beads on this beaded tool, and then you're going to take the end of the braid, and you can't just put it on the hair, because like I said, this is extension hair. So what I'm going to do is just go to the thinnest part of the hair and kind of make it into like a little loop, and then place it through the needle. That way it's easier to slide on. Then I'm just going to push those beads off of the needle and onto the braiding hair. And then once I do that, I'm going to measure what length I want the beads to fall. Then you want to wrap the braiding hair around the last bead, grab a rubber band and secure it. And then you're just going to cut the excess piece of braiding hair off and push the rest of those beads downward, and you are done. And you just keep repeating this process throughout the whole head. Now that all the beads are on, here is the final result. Oh my God, I so love this. It's given for the culture. It's given Alicia Keys. It's given you don't know my name. So I hope you all enjoyed this tutorial. Let me know if you're going to wear this for your summer hairstyle, or if you're going to wear this style anytime soon. Of course, thank you again for 10K. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe so you don't forget when I post, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye.